I still remember the sound of my grandfather's hammer, that steady rhythm, metal against metal, echoing through a small wooden workshop in a quiet Japanese village. Every strike was a heartbeat, the heartbeat of a dream that would one day move the world. Back then, Japan was broken, the war had left our country in ruins, cities turned to dust, families torn apart, hope fading like smoke. People said Japan would never stand again. But my grandfather, Kiichiro Toyoda, refused to believe that. He wasn't just a man of machines, he was a man of belief. He used to say, if our people can't walk toward the future, then I'll build them something to drive there. Soft violin rises. Camera pans over old tools and sketches. He gathered a few dreamers, men who had nothing but their hands and faith. No fancy offices. No investors. Just cold mornings, empty pockets, and a single promise, to create something that would carry Japan forward. They worked by candlelight, every nut, every screw, every drawing felt like a prayer whispered to the future, and when that first Toyota engine coughed to life, they didn't cheer, they cried, because they knew that sound wasn't just a motor starting, it was Japan breathing again. Transition, brighter light, factory montage. Years passed. The factory grew. So did our pride. By the time my father took charge, Toyota wasn't just a company, it was a symbol. People trusted us. They saw reliability, perfection, discipline. A Toyota car wasn't just transportation, it was a promise that we wouldn't fail you. But time changes everything. Slow cut to a young Akio walking through a massive plant. And then, there was me, Akio Toyoda, born into the empire my family built, and chained to its expectations. You know what it's like to carry a name heavier than your own future. Every step I took, every decision I made, the ghosts of my father and grandfather watched. When I became president, I told myself, I'll make them proud. I'll take Toyota higher than ever before. And for a while, I did that. We became number one. Millions of cars. Billions in sales. Awards, headlines, records, but behind all that glory, the cracks were forming. Dark music fades in, news reports echo faintly. One morning, I woke up to a nightmare. Brake failure. Uncontrolled acceleration. Fatal crash. Every headline had one word in bold, Toyota, and with each story, my chest tightened. It didn't feel like a company was collapsing, it felt like my family was being accused of betrayal. The world that once trusted us now turned its back. Customers shouted. Reporters demanded answers. Governments wanted blood, and I, the grandson of Kiichiro Toyoda, stood in the middle of it all, wondering where we went wrong. Cut to press conference, cameras flashing. When I finally faced the microphones, I didn't see reporters. I saw the faces of everyone who had ever believed in us, and so I said only one thing. My name is Akio Toyoda, and I am deeply sorry. But inside, I was screaming, because an apology wasn't enough. I wanted to turn back time, to stand beside my grandfather in that tiny workshop and tell him, we forgot your dream. We got lost chasing numbers. Soft piano returns, camera pans through empty factory. The truth is, we had become too big to listen, too proud to pause. In our race to be the largest automaker in the world, we forgot what made us human. We built faster cars, but slower hearts. That scandal shattered me, but it also woke me up, because only when everything falls apart, do you finally see what really matters. So I promised myself, this would not be the end of Toyota. This would be our second beginning. Sunlight through factory windows, workers returning, hope in the air. The journey to rebuild wasn't about profits. It was about soul. I met with mechanics on the floor, listened to engineers, shook hands with customers who'd lost trust, and I told every one of them, we will earn it back, bolt by bolt, heart by heart. That's where our story truly begins, not in success, but in failure, because failure, when faced with honesty, becomes the seed of greatness.